Hello there everyone, thank you for joining me again. This is Commodore L.J. and welcome to, I think this is going to be the final conclusion, part 5, to my reading of Grandfather's Ship The S.S. United States by E.B. Fletcher. So let's go ahead and dive on into Chapter 11. Chapter 11. Later on that night, John was awakened several times by the shrill ring of the telephone, then muffled voices and footsteps. He was in a dreamlike state while all this was going on. In the morning, he wasn't sure whether it had really happened or whether it was all just a dream. He got up, dressed, made his bed, and put on his captain's hat. Mama was sitting in a wing chair in the living room. Her eyes were swollen and red, and she looked very tired. The house was still. John stopped at the foot of the steps and looked at his mom. "Hi, honey," Mama said, trying to sound chipper. "Did you sleep well?" John slowly walked over to Mama and said, "Why are you crying?" Mama ignored the inquiry and said, "Hey, I made your favorites, waffles for breakfast. Let's go get some. Daddy will be back in a few minutes with Nan and Pops. Their flight arrived this morning." John repeated his question. "Why have you been crying, Mom?" Mama looked at John, her eyes filled with tears, and she said, "Oh, sweetie, I'm crying because I am very sad. We got some bad news last night." "Is it about Grandfather?" asked John. Mama looked up at the ceiling and bit her lower lip. She looked down at John. "Yes, sweetie, I'm afraid so. Mama didn't get his operation." Mama's tears trickled down her cheeks and she cleared her throat. "No, John, he didn't. He wasn't able to have his operation. Grandfather's heart stopped beating. He passed away early this morning." John yelled, "No! No!" Mama eased him down toward her, trying to comfort him, but he pulled away from her and ran toward the front door. "John, where are you going? Come back here!" yelled Mama, following him. "Johannes Alexander, come back here!" yelled Mama again. John went out the front door, took off running through the front yard and down the sidewalk. Tears stung his face as he ran through the foggy summer morning. The sky was dark and overcast, and fog hung in the air. Mama screamed for John, but he never looked back. She ran inside and went to the phone and called Daddy in his car. "Jack, John knows about Ajax and he took off. He's run away. No, I don't know where he's gone, and I'm in no condition to chase after him." Grandma Liz had come home to take a shower and rest. Hearing the commotion downstairs, she came down to see what was wrong. In a moment, she was by Mama's side. Mama was half sobbing and yelling about where John had gone and why he left when Grandma Liz said, "Calm down, I think I know where he might be." Mama, looking absolutely bewildered, hesitated and said, "You do? Where?" Grandma said, "You stay here and I'll get him. I don't believe he's gone far." Though all of this, Daddy was still on the phone asking what was going on. Honey, Liz says she knows where John's gone. She's going to get him," said Mama. "Where?" yelled Daddy through the phone. Grandma Liz and Mama looked at each other for a moment and then said at the same time, "The ship." John's legs hurt, arms hurt, and chest hurt, but he still kept running until he got to the area with the fence surrounding where the ship was moored. He began to climb the chain-link fence and crossed over the barbed wire. It cut his arm and leg and tore his shorts. He ran to the pier and then stood still, looking up at the enormous ship in front of him. John said breathlessly, "I know it's your birthday. I wanted to have a party for you. But, oh," John fell down to his knees crying. His little body shook all over as tears streamed down his face. Between the sobs, he said to the ship, "Grandfather was sick. He had a sick heart. They were going to give him a operation, but he couldn't wait. Oh, he's gone, United. He's gone. My grandfather's gone." John cried while rocking himself back and forth, huddled over on the pier with his arms around his legs. He stayed that way for quite some time. He wiped his tears with the back of his hand and looked up at the ship through blurred eyes. The ship was encased in a shawl of fog. Her superstructure could barely be seen except for the bridge and radar mast. Even the funnels were hidden. The wind had picked up, and she spoke to him. "Dry your eyes, little one. Commodore loves you, and you loved him. He lives on in you, my dear little feller. He lives on in you." John just sat there for what seemed like an eternity, staring at the ship. He didn't hear the security officers directing Grandma and Daddy to the pier. He didn't see Daddy watching him from behind the fence, nor did he hear the gate open. He wasn't aware of anything until he heard a familiar voice say, "Mind if I join you?" Grandma was staring down at him. "Oh, Grandma," John said, hopping to his feet. "Darling, are you all right? You've cut yourself. You're bleeding. And look at your shorts." John threw himself against Grandmother. Tears welled in his eyes. John sobbed and said, "I'm so sorry for you, Grandma. I'm so sorry." Grandma patted John's head and held him close. When she had gotten her composure, she knelt down to him so that they were face to face and said, "Commodore is safe. He won't hurt anymore, and he's happy now. It's okay, John. It's okay. It hurts to lose Grandfather. It's supposed to hurt because we loved him. But we're all going to be okay." "But Grandma," said John, I didn't even get to say goodbye." "I know, darling." She knelt down holding John for a while. Finally, Grandma looked at him and said, "You must understand that Grandfather is in paradise. He is with Jesus, God, and the angels. Paradise is a wonderful place to be. It's everything that makes you happy. It's God's kingdom." John nodded his head in agreement and said, "Grandma, I told the ship about Grandfather, and she told me that he lives on because I loved him." Grandma looked at John and slowly turned and looked up at the ship. She turned back to John and said, "That's right, darling, that's right. Now let's get you home. Your mom is very worried about you." John began to walk with Grandma down the pier toward the gate where his father stood. He stopped and looked back at the ship. Through the parting fog, John distinctly saw a figure of a man in a captain's uniform standing on the bridge wing with a pair of binoculars in his hand. John blinked, rubbed his eyes, and looked again. The figure was gone. John turned to his grandmother. "Grandma, could paradise be on the bridge of a ship?" And there's the illustration, and there's Ajax. And there's the epilogue. And there's a little bit of history on the ship. I might read this as an extra video or something, I don't know. So, and there's the two souvenir log cards from the maiden voyage. And here is a drawn cutaway of the ship. It looks like it was drawn. Probably was drawn by John, probably. Or supposedly was drawn by John. And so there you go, guys. That is the reading of Grandfather's ship, the SS United States. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And in the next video, we will be doing basically a review of this book, which is going to be pretty easy because I read the book to you guys. So stay tuned for the book reviews. I hope you guys enjoy this. It was a sad story. I really do believe it was really sad. But, you know, I think it was a great story overall. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until the next video, until next time, this is Commodore Urban saying that smooth seas and clear skies and happy sailing with you. God bless you all. Take care. Stay safe. Be yourselves. Jesus and the good Lord love y'all very much. And until next time, we'll catch you on warm trading what hell anyone knows. And anchors away, motherfuckers. And God bless the SS United States. Happy 73rd anniversary, Big U.